Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to walk around a little bit on the beach as it gets nice and cool. It's getting cold in Florida, but I have a pretty cool topic. I'm talking to you today all about blue crystals. I have talked about this in the past and I will talk about it again. What do blue crystals do? This is a really complex yet simple answer, but it's also an answer that's simple yet complex. What am I saying? It means there's a bunch of responses for this question, because what a throat chakra crystal can do can be defined as very short and simple. Throat chakra crystals, and why am I talking about the throat chakra? It's because it's one of the most neglected chakras ever, next to the sacral chakra. Maybe I'll talk about the sacral chakra next. Yeah, that's a good idea. The sacral chakra is something I'll talk about next. And if you guys hear the waves in the background, that's the beautiful ocean. But onto this topic, what do blue crystals do? They do a bunch of things, but the first thing they do is they help your communication. They help your communication center. The throat chakra is related to clairaudience. It's related to gifts of speech, which I'll talk about in this video. And it's related to the angelic realm. How cool is that? And yeah, it's the beginning of where your gifts open, guys. It's, well, the beginning of the higher chakras and where they open. If you talk to a lot of spiritual people who have their gifts actually open, they'll tell you a lot of their gifts are above here. I'm walking down a hill. It's very beautiful out here, so I'll get the background in there. But when it comes to the throat chakra, it's very simple. When you wear a blue crystal, and I have one over here that's Ladimar, it opens your connection to the angelic realm. It does that over time, but the first thing it does when you wear a blue crystal, because people will feel the blue crystals a lot less often, the blue crystals help calm you down. What does that mean? And these are some of the best crystals you can ever have after you doing any kind of shadow work, because blue crystals will help you feel relaxed and calm and cool and collect. And it will help you feel yourself, and it will help you relax and just be at ease. Because every now and then I will have people who normally don't believe in crystals get crystals from me, usually because their guides are pushing them. So for example, a woman got a blue chalcedony necklace and she didn't believe in crystals. She cleanses and charges it regardless, which is a requirement when I prescribe crystals for people. But the thing is, when she put it on, she basically told me, she's like, and this is the thing that all people who don't believe in crystals or don't believe in spirituality, I don't know if this is a placebo effect. I don't know if I'm just making it up in my head, but I feel so calm. I feel so cool. I feel so collect. I feel very centered, and I feel very just relaxed now. I'm like, I don't know if this is just in my head because I'm wearing the crystal. And I did not say anything to her about what the details of this crystal does. If I ever tell someone, you tell me what a crystal does, it basically means you tell me what it does in your experience, and that's exactly what she did. So this actually adds to my experience, because I have a very personalized way about explaining when I'm talking about crystals. When it comes to other people, they'll say it in a completely different way, but in the same way at the same time. So from her experience, she basically let me know that even though she didn't believe in the crystals, whatever kind of excitement she had that was going on in her brain, in her mind, in her throat chakra, was calmed down to the point where she could pick what words she wanted to have before she communicates. This also helped her feel more comfortable in communication, and it helped her feel very good. Should I say grounded? Sometimes you can have a feeling of grounding of a different chakra, because you can ground more than one chakra, which I'll talk about as well. But that's one thing that blue crystals do, throat chakra crystals do. They help you feel calm and cool and collect, which is actually one of the most important things ever when it comes to opening your spiritual gifts, because when your guides pass you messages, the reason most of you don't receive messages is because you're too in excitement mode. So that's why I suggest aligning the lower chakras first, is because when you align those lower chakras, then you're more in a position to be able to receive messages even if you haven't fully worked on your throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra is very important. It's a very sensitive chakra. So this chakra is very easily blocked very often when people don't feel like they're being heard or don't communicate. And I highly suggest you say things you want to say. If a person's talking over you, if a person doesn't let you communicate, that can have your throat, like, it feels like your throat will kind of like hover, or like a weird sensation around your throat. That's because it's getting blocked because the person doesn't let you talk. So if you have a truth, make sure that person's letting you communicate that truth. Tell them like, hey, may I have a part of the conversation, or just step away from that conversation. A blocked throat chakra symptom is someone being too loud, or another blocked or a symptom someone needs to work on their throat chakra and add more energy to it is if it's too low. So if you drive too fast, they consider it dangerous. If you drive too slow, they consider it dangerous. So certain energies I wouldn't call dangerous, but they would be unfavorable and not as helpful when they're too high or too low. That's why you get it just right. That's why the throat chakra has a very specific frequency. Now, when it comes to calming yourself down, that's the gates to the angelic realm. That's just, and why am I talking about the angelic realm? It's because angels resonate with blue crystals very heavily. If you pay attention to Archangel Gabriel's crystal, and that's a fly from the bush, okay? Archangel, because there's a lot of flies around here. It's because there's a lot of dead shrubs and whatnot, but okay, so Archangel Gabriel is an angel who resonates with blue topaz. He resonates with angelite, which keeps flies away, ironically. Celestine. Blue topaz. I just said blue topaz, but Larimar, aquamarine. So when you work with these crystals, they can help you actually hear those angels better who like those crystals. A good crystal for Archangel Gabriel communication as well is K2. That's a lot of people get fake K2. If your K2 doesn't turn black, it's probably fake. If you wear it and it doesn't turn black, there's something wrong. It's probably fake. Because that stuff, K2 turns almost like a blackish green when you wear it. That's how it's supposed to, because your skin and your oils will get in that. That's how you know it's real. Now, Saint Michael the Archangel, and of course these angels have other crystals that they like as well, such as Gabriel likes citrine. Archangel Michael likes lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a wonderful crystal. Now, another crystal that Archangel Michael likes is obsidian. Where am I getting at? It's because when you have these crystals that resonate with certain angels, it will help improve your communication with those angels. Sometimes you don't even know that that's the angel who is talking to you at the time. So you'll hear a voice in your ear. You'll hear a voice in your head. You'll have a dream, but there won't be any visualization of who it was behind the voice as the wind hits me. Any visualization of who is behind the voice. But sometimes it's some of the higher archangels, which a lot of people don't believe you can hear them, but a lot of people can hear them and they don't realize they're hearing them. Now, there's a lot of angels, like Archangel Raguel, which is an angel that embodies communication, and his crystal's Amazonite. So he helps with interrelations and communicating with people as well. So these crystals help you get on a frequency where you can better hear these angels. What about the angelic realm, the heavens, above the firmament? It helps you be in tune with that frequency. So it helps you be calm, collect, and that's how your gifts open, is when you're the most relaxed. I've never seen anyone have any gifts open from them being panicked or fear or frightened or upset. No, it actually prolongs the gifts and how long they take to open. So these throat chakra crystals that are blue, because most of them are blue, will access your ability to, because people are working with crown chakra crystals before the throat chakra crystals, or they'll work with third eye crystals, which some of them are indigo, such as lapis lazuli. But if they worked with blue crystals, that would open everything first. It's just because it's just a calming effect. These are the waters. The waters are behind me. Another example is blue kyanite. Now, there's a world of blue crystals, and I'm wearing a whole bunch of them. Labradorite, technically gray, but I call it blue since it has blue in it. Blue apatite, that's a cool necklace as well. When you wear it as a necklace, it helps you calm down to the point where it removes factors of you not trusting that you're hearing your guides to be able to communicate with your guides. If there's any kind of bad habits that you have, that crystal helps remove it as well. So I can go along other throat chakra crystals. Turquoise. Turquoise enchants your voice. So does it's turquoise and what's the other one? I just saw a cat that wasn't there, but turquoise and chrysocolla. So turquoise and chrysocolla will enchant your voice. So when you communicate, people will hear you efficiently. Also, so the throat chakra crystals are about giving and receiving communication. A lot of people who think they're absolutely just heard and have perfect speaking, that can do some work on improving their speaking. Even because I freestyle my videos, so all my videos are just straight from the heart, straight from the mind, and I don't edit my content. That's why sometimes I stutter. So what about me? Like Florida Stone Man. Sometimes you stutter in your videos, which no one has actually commented that, but I comment that on myself because I'm always looking for ways to improve. It's because I have so many thoughts going through my head. So it's a good crystal for that. Blue fluorite, because it takes the thoughts and it organizes them. So you can do that as well. A few throat chakra herbs is, and these are just popping into my mind as I speak. Mint, bay leaves, peppermint's actually one of the biggest. You can put it on your throat and you'll feel your communication open. Parsley preserves your communication, so it helps people remember what you said. Cilantro will have you speaking in patterns that you need to be speaking in. So those help as well, but the crystals will always be stronger for working on your throat chakra. The herbs are good, but the crystals are from the heavens. Now, these crystals, when you have them, it opens a communication mechanism between your angels and yourself. So I talked about the energy of giving and receiving. So when you project communication, it doesn't matter what you said if no one really hears it, right? So the same thing with your angels. Sometimes there's miscommunication between you and your angels. And even just with intention, even just with what they think is going on sometimes, because if you don't vocalize stuff, they can only read so many of your thoughts at once, because we have a lot of thoughts. So when it comes to verbalizing and communication with your angels, this will help clear that and remove any blockages, and it will help them hear you better, and it will help you hear them better. It's like an equal exchange of communication. There's no one-sided communication. If there's one-sided communication anywhere, then that's not actually communication. That's just someone you don't want to talk to. You ever talk to someone who's just only they won't let you talk? That blocks yours. So these crystals are very good for being in tune, for being very collect, for actually connecting with your guides, for opening the angelic realm. It enhances your speech, because sometimes, and this is a giant problem, sometimes some of you will say something and you think that things are getting said that you want to be said, like anything that you want to have said is not being said when you think it's said. I have family members like this where they say something and they get frustrated. They get frustrated because you didn't just hear them, or you didn't hear their truth. That's what I mean when I'm talking about people's truth. Is sometimes you can talk but no one hears you because your throat energy center has not projected it properly. That's why people who talk loud, very loudly, will continue talking loudly, and they'll get louder. It's because they don't feel like they're heard. This is a wonderful example as well. And the water is very beautiful. You guys can hear the waves. So blue crystals will they're very subtle. You'll never have a blue crystal that basically knocks you down or be like, whoa, what was that? Sometimes you will, but more so in a mechanism of peace. So blue kyanite is wonderful. Lauter Mar, I call Lauter Mar like the angelic realm. So it basically takes you there when you sleep. Lauter Mar will have you being in the angelic realm by accident sometimes. Sometimes God lets your angels take you up there, but you'll have visions of the angelic realm. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff that you never thought you were able to see with a crystal such as Lauter Mar. Turquoise, it will help you get lucky with your gifts. So you'll accidentally open your gifts with wearing turquoise, for example. Just by wearing it, it's like you accidentally do something that opens your gifts. That's how turquoise does. That's the frequency of turquoise. Like, oops, lucky. Another crystal, because there's a bunch of crystals I could talk about. I have a whole bunch back there, and I'm using myself as an example. Pediosteite, that's a really cool one as well. It helps open gifts of being able to connect to the weather. So people are different zodiac signs. People are different, have different connections with the weather. It's basically like hugging the weather. It's like, ooh, I love this weather. I want to embody that energy. So that's what that crystal does. I have a whole bunch of blue crystals on my arm up here. Ooh, I haven't even talked about those. Maybe I'll do a video talking about that. Blue jade and like blue jade, blue amber, they're connected to the element of more immortality, and which we're never going to be immortal, but it preserves your gifts. So gifts usually go up and down. So blue crystals will help because they look like ice and they look like it's cold. So they help put your gifts, they freeze them in the spot where you want them to be frozen, and it helps you actually utilize your gifts without them going up and down. So it kind of feels like up, and if it's supposed to drop down, your gifts won't drop down. So I hope this video really helps. Another thing about throat chakra crystals as well, or blue crystals, I've said this in other videos, but I'll say this one time in this video, they help with public speaking and communication. They help with people when they want to do videos or talk for long periods of time, or someone's shy to not shy, etc. They'll balance you either way. And if you can visualize someone doing a video in front of, or a presentation in front of an audience, especially if there's judges, which I used to do public speaking in college, the blue crystals in general will help you be heard. Sometimes people miss what you say, but if you're wearing a blue crystal, even though you missed, or even though they missed what you said, they'll still understand it on like a divine communication level. So that's the throat chakra, that's blue crystals. Divine communication on several levels. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. And check out my website, floridastoneman.com. I keep forgetting to put that in my video, but there's a lot of beautiful things coming to the website, and I've uploaded over 10 different things in the past week. So check my website out. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.